guys, this is Lightspeed here, and welcome back to my biggest rant yet. So yeah, I've been planning on this for a while, but I'm finally gonna be doing it, and yeah, this is gonna be about schools blocking websites. Now, I'm gonna be speaking for all of you guys who have been really annoyed about this crap that's been going on in lots of schools, and I'm sure some of you guys have probably experienced this annoyingness and dealt with it. This rant will be about a few ways that my school likes to block websites that should either be removed or fixed. And if your school does what my school does and it's relatable and stuff, be sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this rant. So lots of schools have been giving their students Chromebooks that they can take home, and my school did the same. They blew all their money into giving each student their own Chromebook. Yay, my very own Chromebook that I get to keep and bring home. But there's a catch, like always. And that is that they blocked tons and tons of websites. Not only did they block it on the school Wi-Fi, but they installed an extension so that when I'm using my Chromebook at home, it also blocks it there. So basically I can't go to Facebook or Twitter using my Chromebook at home because they downloaded the extension, which basically made it so that it's blocked whatever internet you go on. And also, here's another piece of information. So most of the time a school's internet filtering and all that stuff is managed by a small group of people called the IT department. And if the tech department at your school is nice, and they have a brain, then your school probably has less strict filtering, and you can access some pretty good stuff. But when the people in the tech department just got hired from a promotion straight from McDonald's, then there you go, you have my school. And then the tech department is not so high quality, and they do a bunch of retarded things. But just to be clear here, just a disclaimer, not everyone at my school is retarded. Most students or teachers are pretty nice in general. Mrs. Torno, Mrs. Salberg. But the tech department is pretty retarded at my school, and I know a few people who are in different schools, and they say that their school is also similarly blocked a bunch of stuff. I know a few others who say that their school is pretty unstrict when it comes to internet filtering, and they're pretty lucky, so yeah. Okay, here we go. So what the literal is this? The school blocks websites when I'm on the school Wi-Fi, and that makes somewhat of sense, and I can see where they're coming from with that going off task and blah blah blah, but they block it at home too. Yes, websites are still blocked on my home Wi-Fi when I use my Chromebook. That literally makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm supposed to be on task in school, right? But when I go home, I'm not going to be on task all the time. So let's revisit the purpose of these Chromebooks, alright? So the main purpose of them is to provide students with a Chromebook so that they can learn in school, take the Chromebook with them home, and to finish their schoolwork and stuff like that. So that they won't need complain oh, I don't have a computer at home. So that pretty much everyone has their computer. And they save a lot of trees. So why block websites at home? The whole point of blocking websites at school is to prevent people being off task. But home is not school. These are two completely different settings, and people are obviously going to go on websites they usually don't go on in school when they're at home using their Chromebook, because they're at home, not school. Tech department, you have to realize that there's a difference between home and school. And the thing is, what students do at home with their Chromebooks isn't your business, tech department and other staff. And this goes for all the schools, alright? What students do with their Chromebooks at home is none of your business. Even if it is electronically registered, they're still doing it at home, not on school property, and not during school hours. So if you're going to give us Chromebooks to take home, then students should be able to use their Chromebooks as they wish at home, without everything being blocked. The common teacher response is, oh, why don't you just use your own computer for that stuff if you're going to do something else? But the thing is, not everyone is fortunate enough to afford their own computer, either because of financial issues or their parents. And for those people who have their school-issued computer as their only computer, they don't have access to things that other people do just because their school decides to block things at home. And that is pretty dumb if you think about it. So, tech department, what I recommend you to do is let your students be on what they wish when they are at home, because home is different from school. You, the tech department, shouldn't control what your students do at home. Even if they're going on something they're not supposed to be. Well, you probably could control, like, don't download viruses and actually inappropriate stuff, but other than that, you shouldn't control what your students do at home. That's the parent's job, not your job. That is what the parent should do, not the school tech department. Blocking websites at school is already enough, and blocking them at home just makes them worse, and it's just completely pointless. So, remove the extension that blocks websites at home, like Lightspeed systems. Remove that because it's unnecessary, retarded, and a waste of storage space and memory on my Chromebook. And my Chromebook doesn't really have any storage space nor memory, so yeah. Here is another common response I get from teachers. Teachers be like, oh, yeah, be grateful you have your own computers. This is a privilege. Oh, yes, I know that. I know that it's a privilege, and I should be grateful for having my own computer. I am fortunate enough to be at a school that gives everyone Chromebooks and etc. It's the grateful part. But the thing is, we earned the Chromebooks. The students earned the Chromebooks indirectly. So tech department, you think that you pulled money out of your pockets to buy Chromebooks for us? Oh no. Maybe you did some part of it, but most of it was done through fundraising. That's right, like, my school, like, constantly did fundraising, like, every year they have a big one, but this year they didn't get, like, any donations, because people were, like, tired, so they're like, you know what, let's do some more pointless fundraisers. So first they did, like, a pointless fundraiser, and then it's like, oh, we didn't get any sales, so we're pissed off at you, so you know what, let's do another fundraiser that's even more pointless. But yeah, that's a lot of times where money is raised, through fundraising or donations. Selling cookie dough, magazines, and other useless items that, like, only people who have nothing to do with their lives would buy, but yeah, we earned our own Chromebooks indirectly. The school pretty much asked us to help donate money to them, which in turn, the school buys Chromebooks for all the students. So yeah, that's pretty much how they, like, fund their stuff, because obviously the school is not rich enough. Because, you know, my school isn't really that rich, because my school doesn't even have smartboards in their classrooms, and the lockers look like they haven't been painted for over 30 years, so, yeah. My school and tons of other schools like to kiss the Lightspeed system company's ass by paying them money to use their software. Now, my school and many others primarily use Lightspeed systems as their web filter, like, software. Now, if the school wants Lightspeed systems to filter out harmful websites, which is the whole point of filtering, you know, you gotta filter out the harmful stuff. Well, if Lightspeed systems wants to filter out harmful websites, they first need to define what harmful even is. Because Lightspeed systems thinks that everything is harmful. Email? Harmful. Social media? Harmful. News? Harmful. Netflix? Harmful. Extensions? Harmful. Extensions that will actually help my Chromebook and make it more efficient to use? Harmful. Educational websites that actually give you information? Harmful. I'm confused about the book I'm reading in school, so I go to the website to understand the chapter I just read? Harmful. Yahoo Answers? Harmful. You shall not get any answers. Word reference? Harmful. Kim Kardashian's ass? Harmful. If these things are harmful to you, Lightspeed systems, then why do students access these sites every single day? Well, maybe not the Kim Kardashian part. That was a joke. Yeah, it was not that funny. So the common teacher response is, well, they do it at home. That's why they access these harmful websites. But the thing is, they can't. Because it's blocked. You can't do it at home. These harmful websites might be flagged as, like, harmful or inappropriate to do it in school, but it's not at home. So why is it blocked at home? So if I were the tech department, I would just unblock half of all of these websites, like, categories that I just listed. Because, like, 80% of them are not harmful. The only harmful thing you're gonna get is, like, viruses and really inappropriate stuff, which is none of the above which I just said. The things that Lightspeed systems blocks are helpful. And if you think the harmful stuff you're trying to block is bad, then why the hell can I search up porn and get results? Lazy internet blocking. Next up, the Chromebooks that the school give us are really, really slow. I don't know about you guys, but comment down below, what kind of, like, computers does your school give you? I know, like, a few schools who give MacBooks, And I know a lot of schools you give Chromebooks, but yeah, my school gives really old Chromebooks, probably like made in 2013 or something. But yeah, they're like really slow. But the thing is, they're already slow. But if you add Lightspeed Systems mobile filter into the Chromebook, it multiplies slowness by 10. That might be an exaggeration, but whatever. Every single day at home or school, if I load a website, it always says at the bottom, waiting for extension Lightspeed mobile filter. Here's some statistics that I timed. It took 30 seconds to load Google Classroom, 2 minutes to load Google Drive. Why is that? Because whenever it wants to block stuff or detect stuff, because whenever you load a website, Lightspeed Systems will like go to their server and try to detect if there's anything worth filtering for. So whenever it does that, it connects to the Lightspeed Systems server that blocks stuff. And if their slow-ass server is slow, then that makes your computer slow too. Because your computer just be like waiting for the server response to block. And also, this problem is worse at home. Remember how I said it took 2 minutes to load Google Drive? Well, at home, it took 5 minutes for me to load a Google search. That's right, I just straight up searched something, timed, and it literally took 5 minutes. And that's probably like the worst it can get. But 5 minutes to load Google search isn't really that good, especially when you're using that Chromebook to do homework at home. That is really going to make your homework longer. All of these excess time searching up information just because the school blocks stuff at home. So, dear Lightspeed Systems, please go rename your slow-ass software. And that software is more like a virus because it was installed on my Chromebook without my permission, which is what viruses are, by the way. You should probably change your software name to Turtle Speed Systems or Slower Than Turtle Speed Systems because a turtle could probably run a marathon by the time this website loads under your software. Lightspeed Systems' name is misleading, its company is misleading, and the people who develop Lightspeed Systems needs to go get a life. Go retake high school, because I know you failed and probably dropped out, and do something else with your life. Maybe that's why you have a 1-star rating on Chrome Store, and a bunch of people constantly complain about how slow and ineffective and unreasonable your extension is. So yeah, go yourselves, Lightspeed Systems. Another one that lots of schools use to filter websites. Now, most of the stuff that I covered has already been covered in the Lightspeed Systems rant, but there's one thing that irks me the most about Chromium that doesn't irk me about Lightspeed Systems. Oh wait, that's surprising. Blocking games. Okay. So before you start like assuming, because you're not supposed to be in geometry class, but yeah, I know that they don't really want you to play games in class, off task, distracting, blah, blah, but they already blocked all those games with Lightspeed Systems, like every single, like, game website is pretty much blocked, like Miniclip, Cool Math, whatever. But the thing about Chromium is, it blocks the unblockable. That's right, with Chromium, teachers, or the tech department who's retarded can block unblocked games. That's right. How do they do that? Well, first of all, Lightspeed Systems is probably too retarded, so you pretty much have to block either a whole website or nothing at all. But with Chromium, all you need to do is just stalk a student while he or she is on unblocked games, copy paste the URL into like the blocking system, and then add it to the block list, and there you go. That URL is blocked, not the whole website, but the URL, and that is how the AS department blocks unblocked games, which is really annoying, because the thing is, video games are a great way for relaxation and the refreshment of the brain, especially after hours of excessive learning, aka school. So why is it that I can't play some games during lunch, or homeroom, or break, or anything like that? Well, the common teacher response is, well, if we unblock it, you're just gonna use it in class, too. Because, you can't, unblock everything. But I think that it should be the responsibility of the student to manage their class time wisely and spend it productively. And if the student doesn't, well, their automatic consequence/outcome is that they can't finish it in time. And what they have to do? Finish it outside of class, which pretty much means extra homework. And the process of doing this pretty much trains the brain to be like, oh wait, I should probably have a better use of my time. And yeah, eventually the brain, that's some responsibility that you have to, train. not get it forced upon, because that's not like, you don't really like learn from that. If you get it forced upon, you're never gonna learn that responsibility until you face it. And also, the thing is, if you just keep on blocking more games, that doesn't help at all. Especially with the fact that everything you block at school is already blocked at home. So if you unblock games, it's also going to be blocked at home, which means that when I'm bored in my day, or when I have my Chromebook, or when I'm on the bus, I can't go on any games. Oh wait, just use your other. But then again, not everyone has the ability to own their own computer, and even though I do, I'm speaking for those guys who, like, their parents are like, no, we're not getting you a computer. But yeah, video games, like, unblock games, like those small games, are a pretty effective way of a break in school, even a reward to earn in school, or just a simple way to refresh the brain. And I think that they shouldn't just all freaking be blocked. And yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be making a part 2 of this video, documenting the things that teachers do to unblock websites, because believe me, it gets worse. Because there's one thing that the school recently did that pretty much deserves a whole rant video dedicated to itself. And that extension is called Go Guardian. The most I have ever seen. So yeah, see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And Tech Department, unblock those websites.